Greetings, I'm Sir Vainglory and welcome to part 63 of my adventure in Crusader Kings 3, playing as Queen Eleanor of Brittany. We're just setting out on a pilgrimage to Compostela. We've recently torn France apart, so I think it's time for a wee bit of a holiday. We're working on, we've got a lot of claims around about the border with Aquitaine here, but I'm hoping that I might be able to grab a duchy from them in short order. So let's move on. France, as I said, ripped them apart by taking the Duchy of Valois. So we now own Paris and the Ile-de-France. Pilgrimage, a fresh start. All the while preparing for my journey, I have had this sense of serenity and knowing that everything will be all right. I am pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Santiago in order to get even closer to God. And now, more than ever, I feel certain that He will watch over me on my travels. Going with my daughter. Off we go. Entered into a regency. My son, Count Eustache, what a strange name, of Sable. He is, and here, my other son recently became of age and he's now Duke Arnaud. Still betrothed to that young lady. So yeah, it's looking good. France is a shadow of its former self. Actually, where's France? Ooh, one more county and I can usurp the Kingdom of France. There's a thing. Aquitaine. We've only got 5 territories there, but yes. Do I have a claim? I can't declare war. Oh, there's a truce. Of course there's a truce. Only just finished the last war. Right, okay, anyway, carry on. But yes. We do need to do that then. Take one more county, probably Evreux, and set ourselves up as the Queen of Brittany and France. Actually, I discovered that there was starting off as a Count of Anjou all those years ago, there is an achievement if you're able to become the King of France. But I think you have to do that through, without splitting off from France. You need to stay within the kingdom and eventually take over from the king. Anyway, that's all by the by. I'm not going to sponsor an inspired person because I'm spending all my money on this pilgrimage for now. I'm still making plenty of coin per turn or per month, but I don't want to waste it. Pilgrimage the arrival. I am finally here, body and soul, at the great church of Santiago. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for God to bring me here at this moment in time. A whole lot of walking. I have walked the holy path. Okay. I have the pilgrim treat. I missed that there. I afforded the chance for something. Pause. There's things are flicking past here. And I can't go back to see what those messages were. Okay, never mind, carry on. We'll be there for a wee while, then we'll head back, and hopefully we'll have our next claim in Aquitaine. Pilgrimage, indulging. Now you can go, child, I hear Ettore mutter when I enter the church. The pilgrim bows before leaving, and I can see the priest's hand glisten with gold. Ah, dear Queen, do you also wish to absolve your sins? Pope Clement has issued order to grant indulgences to any pilgrims visiting Santiago. For the right price, that is. So I could pay him gold, gain some piety, and... my Archbishop becomes my personal friend. Useful to get one for Eustache. Sibor becomes friends with him instead. But I still gain the piety. How can one buy the entrance to heaven? My pilgrimage becomes more worldly. Gain learning lifestyle experience and lose stress because I am cynical. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. It is a worldly pilgrimage I set out on. Not too bothered about my Archbishop being my friend. You're all up at full strength now, although we could increase your size. And I want to do that, but once I've got more money in the bank, we will do that. Oh yes, we swayed this woman who is setting up a Liberty faction. Hopefully we can change her mind. The Pilgrim's Guide. The markets of Santiago are bustling with merchants shouting in languages that I've never heard and selling spices that I've never tasted. The Guide of the Pilgrim. Learn the safest routes, discover the marvels of Santiago, one of them yells, waving a small book in my direction. God shall guide me. I can gain piety or become even more worldly pilgrimage. Lose 5 gold, become the owner of the Pilgrim's Guide. +1 diplomacy. What else? Gain stress because I'm arrogant. Yeah, I'm going to take one. We did set out for a worldly pilgrimage, so let's find out what's going on in the world. And we now have, what do we have here? The Arabachronicon, prestige or renown, domain taxes, same faith is +2%, initial personal scheme success chance, control territory defender advantage of +8. So switch that for +1 diplomacy and extra piety. I think we'll do that actually. For a wee while at least. We might swap it back later. And we've got this mace as opposed to this dagger. Prowess is not my thing. Intrigue +1 is better for me. Yeah, fine. Stick with that. A skillful courtier. You afforded charity for the poor of Santiago, lost 35 gold and gained 50 piety. That's the thing that flashed past earlier. So I've spent about 70 gold on that, at least. There's only so much a woman can pray without looking for other, equally important ways to spend one's time. And Count Alvar has a lovely residence that he so kindly allows me to visit. I hear some voices come from one of the rooms, and in doing this you'd achieve the greatest technique. I peek inside and see Layla explaining her craft to a group of interested courtiers who eagerly follow her teachings. An accomplished master of what? Nothing, it looks like. Pay 85 gold. Hooks reduce court position salaries by half. Gain a weak hook on her. She joins the court. Yeah. I don't know if I've got many hooks in court positions. Else we have. Such an expert feels wasted in a court like this. My diplomacy is less than 15, so we can't actually select that. A person is not enough to risk the fury of Count Alvar. King Alfonso's spy master. Pay 85 gold. Yeah, let's go. We'll take it. And conclusion. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I am slightly concerned that I did not get experience as much of other cultures and insights as I perhaps would have liked to. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. While interesting, I look forward to bunking in my own bed. Indeed. Finish the pilgrimage. And we gained 50 legitimacy anyway. Okay, head for home. Duchess Amelie. You're not good enough at anything, I'm afraid, Duchess. Could declare war in Aquitaine, but I don't want to do that right now. Not until we've got our next claim, a couple of years. It seems that our caravan has become a little lost in these foreign lands. Aude has been trailing us around Ferrol for hours, and though she at last swallows her pride and asks for directions, she does not appear to be an expert Iberian vulgar speaker. Let me try. Chance of gaining some prestige, and we got it. Alright, there's another plague doing the rounds. Must be infections in Devon up there. My careful education and guardianship of perennial carling planted the seeds of lasting friendship. How nice. Learning increased by 1. And yes, you're the daughter of somebody in France. Somebody or other in France. Rare trinkets. The seas around here are thick with Catalan traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item within it that immediately takes my interest. The moment I lay eyes upon the bejeweled scriptures, I know I could never find anything like it back in Brittany, and it simply must be mine. Learning per level of devotions up by 1, piety. I'm not too bothered about it, actually. How much? 175? No thank you. And I'm not going to steal it. Alas, I cannot justify such reckless spending. Just get me home into my bed. The womb of the earth. The fields of Montagu are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. I quickly tracked down the source of the verdancy, spotting a woman standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some sort to the gathering of listeners. My name is Mistress Blanche. She notices me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast, so stay a while and listen. Right, so we could gain the trait gardener in return for some prestige and some stress. Stewardship going up would not be a bad thing. Coloured me intrigued. And we did get the trait. Good stuff. Need to go on a pilgrimage and lose our stress. But look, we're up at 18.5 gold per month now. Alright, carrying on, let's get home. Return. My journey has been a long one, but I have finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priests and bishops treat me. I have undergone the journey of a holy woman, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see it myself or not. Right. Excellent. Power sharing ended. Good job, Eustace. Where are you? Here. You're 31 already. You have 3 sons. Good stuff. One's intelligent, the other's intelligent. They're all intelligent. Excellent. I picked a good woman for you. Locked in his room, my son Benoit came to me complaining about Ramune bullying him. He has been staying in bed for days to avoid facing the other child. You do not have to face the world if you do not want to. It's not really good enough, my boy. Make sure you stay hidden wherever you go. Gains Craven. Not what I was expecting. I was hoping you might have got something to help with your intrigue studies. Well, that does give you intrigue actually, doesn't it? Yes. Make sure you stay hidden wherever you go. And we can... Oh, pilgrimage is not available, surely. Not going on a hunt either. Betrothed can marry. Duke Arnaud of Brittany. Finally, she's come of age. Yep, we go ahead, we accept that. This guy has 6,000 troops. Excellent. So there should still be about 22,000 troops that I can call on. We're up at 19 gold now. And I know that, I mean, my husband's 20 stewardship and my own 20 stewardship is part of the reason for this. But I think, nevertheless, we can still afford to... Let's increase the size to 5 here. And do the same there. We've got perks available. Oh, hang on. We've also got arranged marriage. Convert the betrothal of Marie, my daughter, to Prince Osric of England into a marriage. Robust, intelligent kids, hopefully. Send that proposal. And this guy has 8,500 troops. Fantastic. And we can now have the whole of body. Plus, no, I don't want fertility. Too old for that nonsense anyway. I think I've got about 9 kids as it is. Medium health boost is nice though. Take that. Unlock that. And where do we go next? Well, we've got scholar already. Theology. I suppose we could get money out of the head of faith every so often. So we'll swap over to that. Small health boost, but we've got the medium one from whole of body. Right. Carrying on. Still having down by about 5 all in. But yeah, so declare war, 31,500 now. Heron's sighted somewhere, and we've swayed this lady again. Benoit's stewardship was up by 1. Countess Lucrezia, my reflection. It's an obscure reference for older people. I was going to do something before I totally distracted myself. What was it? Oh yes, it was this actually. So no, it wasn't this actually. It was factions I was after. So Liberty faction, still only Lucrezia in its membership. I'll keep trying to sway her and just leave it. Other than that, no great threat. And actually, if she rises up against me, I'm going to strip her of her title. Oh no, I thought that would be the county that needed to give me the whole of France, but I've already got that one in my realm. And the faction's gone anyway. Is there anything else I want to do? Invitation to a feast. I think we'll attend the feast. Archambaud comes of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. Despite always seeming to seek authority and order, Archambaud has not become as proficient as expected in the administration of lands and people. Few would be impressed by his understanding of the subject, but he has at least developed a sound grasp of the basics of management, and the beginnings of a sensible frugality. Well, that's bloody good. Well, hang on, let's see what happens. He's a fortune builder. Blah, blah, blah. Base of 15. They grow up fast. Oh well. Good stuff. But I don't even have a spouse for you, Gaucher de Roche. No, that's not my son. No. Looking at the wrong one. It was Him. Yeah, that's more like it. Betrothed to... She's only 2 years younger. She'll be older soon enough. Old enough to marry. She will be older soon enough, won't she? Yeah, let's attend this feast. I've not been to a feast for a while. It's not too far away. And we're making 20 per turn now. Greetings, my serene liege. I hereby invite you to a feast at my castle in Maine. I would have you be my guest of honour and take the foremost seat at the table. Well, hell. We need to go then, don't we? Join the feast. Oh, I need to do this. We have no need for experienced captains. Probably no need for forest guides, given that's how we're heading. My caravan master is my daughter, my personal physician, a random courtier, and we're good to go. Right, my vassal Count Rudolph is hosting a banquet in Maine, and time has come for us to depart. The feast is in honour of me and all of my magnificent accomplishments and feats. I do look forward to trying the spiced wine of the Maine region, as well as enjoying the local cuisine. Visited battle site. Making time. The servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. There's no place I'd rather be. What a lovely time ahead of us. A warm welcome. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host, Count Rudolph, has welcomed us all to the feast. Ah, Countess Lucrezia has arrived to pay homage. Now that I'm not there, she obviously heard that I was out of town. But she brings me rich gifts, which I will gratefully accept in absentia. Taking the knee, blah blah blah, thank you. And I've gained a level of fame. Court Grandeur, it was at level 10 already. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Sigismund. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. My courtier. Okay. What a good evening. A pleasing atmosphere. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, bouncing like laughter around the hall. It does me good to hobnob with some of my lessers like this, my feet up on a stool, spreading my goodwill amongst the masses of petty nobles. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. Okay, lose stress, lose a lot less stress, gain some prestige, a chance to be seen with the great and the good. Again, prestige. We've got plenty of prestige, we don't need that. Every guest with at least one trait in common gains 20 opinion of me, and I lose 23 stress. We'll go for that. We should have no stress left at the end of this. In awe. After extensive conversation over our delectable dishes, Count Rudolph expresses that he finds me most learned and wise, and that my utterances are always of inestimable wealth to those less well read than I. He recognises true intellect, I see. Gain more prestige. Looks like there's a bit of a fight there. The innuendo. I know what I said, I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Blanche cocks her head to the side while I withhold my chortle. I haven't told her that what she said could be interpreted as something lewd. She had a lovely chest on display in the courtroom. I may not be alone in thinking this funny either. King Athanasius spat out some of his drink when Blanche repeated herself. The two could share the same kind of crude humour as I, or they could be offended by it. I won't know what either thinks unless I speak up. Repeat what you said, but slowly really think about it. I'm going to take the risk of embarrassing her. Grew closer to forming a rivalry with Blanche. and grew closer to forming a friendship with my husband. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone is expecting, and that's Count Rudolph's toast to the guest of honour, me. It's a lovely moment, one that I've rather been looking forward to all evening, and it comes and goes all too swiftly. Nice to be appreciated, and we lose all the stress. And game, esteem and other things. Time to go. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us, Count Rudolph smiles at me. What a feast! Before coming, my clothes were slack and ill-fitting. Now I stagger out of Count Rudolph's halls twice as full of food and merriment as when I arrived. This was a feast I will struggle to forget. But now I shall depart. So, every non-courtly attending vassal gained 10 opinion of Count Rudolph, and he gained 115 prestige. I've lost all my stress, and gained some prestige, etc. through it as well. Archambault, Saint-Denis, and second others gained the trait Diplomatic Courtier, +1 diplomacy. Nice. Can declare war on King of Aquitaine, which we'll do soon enough. 9 months, and I think we'll go. At long last I am finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in Anjou after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master Aud reports that we have journeyed for 61 days and traversed 3 baronies. Right, I wanted to have a look up here. Duchy of Valois. I hold. I do want this kingdom. Destroyed statue. That wasn't me. How long have we got in this? Still a while. It was 7 years, wasn't it, before that was complete? So yeah, still a long time for that to go. How is control here? It's getting there. And cash is bloody good. I'm going to stop swaying her now. And I don't need any of that. Right. Peronel Carling's intrigue increased by 1. So it's not that big. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to keep Anjou. Now there's a thing. There is a thing. When I die, we've got all these hundreds of wains. I need Eustache to be the Duke of Valois. Huh. Okay, I need to remember, try and arrange things so that my boy can keep a clear on France. And I probably don't want to set myself up as 2 kingdoms. Unless I manage to accrue the wealth to form an empire before I die. I really do want to be the King of France as well, though. And Aquitaine. I want to form France, basically. But I just need to hang on, wait for that. Getting close here. But we're not going to have this done until into the next part, because it's time for a break. So, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers!